Good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome you to this presentation, which the main topic will be Motakamel ERP Clients Experience in working remotely during the ban. Today, there will be 8 main points. Through it, we will reveal how could some of our clients overcome the problem of not working from the office, and how could some of them work online from home. And after finishing the presentation, if any question occurred, I can answer. Our first point here is using electronic approval system to reduce the paper use. Using electronic alert system to give notification when important documents are modified or deleted. Also, we are going to talk about the mobile system for quick queries to reduce meetings for getting some information directly from the system. The fourth point we are going to talk about is the job mail to reduce meetings and paper to get some reports in a daily base or weekly base or monthly base directly from the system and automatically. We are going to talk about using the system to send client invoices and collection claims, and we are going to talk about a practical example with one of our clients called Natural Gas Distribution in Saudi Arabia. The sixth point, we are going to talk about the integration to link with other sites and application from the customer side with Motakamel ERP. Seventh points, we are going to talk about mobile application of sales representative to reduce effort and paper use. And this is one of the most important modules that we have is the Salesforce Automation. We are going to take an idea about it today. The last point will be the using of notification to send circulars to our clients or to our employees of changing work time. In the first point, okay, using electronic approval system to reduce paper use, we will have here 4 essential points. The first one, that in Motakamel, the employee can use the system from anywhere to enter the request without being to the company and to reduce paper handling. Also, we can follow up application approval or requests approval online so that the employee can follow up the approval status of the request without being to the company or asking anyone about the request status by phone or by something like that. The third point, through the alert system, the person who is going to approve could get a notification with the requests needed to be approved automatically, so that when the employee creates a request, automatically the system is going to fire an alert to the person who is going to approve to be able to approve the document. The last and the important point here, that the person who is going to approve or reject the request doesn't need to be in the company, okay, or open his computer to make the approval process. He can easily use his cell phone from a screen called inbox that will come all the alerts by the details of the requests needed to be approved, okay. And in the next example, we are going to take an idea about how it happens in the system. In this video, we are going to see that we have the requests for GL financial transaction and AR transaction and so on. All it needs that the employee is going to record the details of the request. This is not the transaction, this is the request. he will put the details like the transaction document number, like the transaction code, if I'm going to issue cash, issue a check or a bank remittance. Right now we put a unique amount, 1,999, to be able to follow it up when we get the approval. Here from the chart of account, I can pick an account which will be employee petty cash. By saving this, the system automatically sends the mail or the SMS to the person who is going to approve, and from his phone he can go to the approval system for the inbox, okay, and query for all type of approval requests to be approved or to be rejected or to be transferred to anyone else to approve. Okay, right now he made a query. We found the amount of 1,900 real, okay, issued to employee petty cash for car down payment. This is an example for the requests that we can follow up and approve through the system. We will have also another type of requests like purchasing requests, like requests related to sales, like vacation and loan requests in HR, also the financial requests in the GL. Okay, the next point here. The next point is using electronic alert system to get notification when important documents modified or deleted. The alert system here is one of the important systems that I can use to give an alert about any transaction happened in the system by SMS or by mail. Okay, and the importance of this system appeared when I needed to give an alert not only when the transaction is entered, but also when the transaction is modified or deleted. For an example, the sales manager need to know when the invoice is modified. He wants to get an instant alert with the modified part of the invoice, just to be following up his invoices, who made a modification and who made a deletion, if he has the privilege to do this. Okay, now in this example of getting an instant alert by SMS or mail when the invoice is modified. From the alert system, I have the alert transaction, which I will define the event so that when the event of modification or deleting or inserting happens, okay, this is a modified sales invoice. When it is updated or deleted, I will get an SMS or mail or recorded to the database for a group of people that I can define, or a certain people like customer, like employee, like vendor. Okay, instantly. Right now we are going to take an example for a sales invoice. We are going to pick an invoice number 44. Okay, and we will go to the quantity and modify it to see what will happen. Right now the quantity is 2. I'm going to modify it into 33 to be able to follow it up. Okay, when I save the invoice, automatically the system is going to fire the mail or SMS like this example, and we can see that it came while I'm working, sending me the message that I designed myself, that invoice number for client, for item is modified, the quantity is modified to be 33. This I can use with any type of events that will happen, any transaction. I could I could make a setup for it, okay, to send me an instant alert or periodic alert, okay, with attachments concerning this transaction. The third point here is using mobile for quick queries to reduce meeting for getting information. This will help the management or high management to get a quick and important information from anywhere, such as bank balances, saved balances, the overdue sales invoice. Also, it is important to know sales values update for a certain day or week or months or any period that I need. Also, we need to know something like major clients and most sellable items. All of this information could take hours to get from other person in the company because of the change happens to this information. So while they are preparing the reports that I need, there will be a change in the data, a highly change in the data, but through the quick query, everything will be instantly online immediately after the transaction is entered. We can get an example. This is in this video. This is the quick query module. It will be a shortcut in the mobile. I can use the Arabic interface or English interface. I will put the username and the password, then start. I will have all type of reports that I need for quick query, like branch sales annually, monthly, weekly, client sales daily, client sales annually, major customers, category best sellers, balances due date, customers, areas until today. Okay, but we will have the bank balances. When I open the report, I will find all the banks with the charts. Okay, I can change this chart to be a table just to see the figures in a table way. And I can return to the graph again. And through the type, I can change from the bar or whatever to a pyramid. I can have it in 3D to rotate and see the difference between the bank balances. Also, I can get it as a bar. Okay, I can change the arrange from descending or ascending, and I can change the bars also from horizontal to vertical and the opposite. And this will be applied, these features will be applied in all the reports, like balances due date that we are going to open now. The most important advantage here that the system is reading from online transaction, which means all the transaction happen will reflect to the quick query in the mobile. Okay, we can have categories bestseller. It will be the same. It will give me a bestseller for my customers. I can have another example like major customers. It will give me the major customers according to the balances. And these are the standard reports in the module, and we can add more if anyone needs to add another report. The fourth point here is using mail to reduce meetings and papers. Using job mail, I'm sorry. Using job mail is designed for the people who wants to get some of the reports periodically without asking anyone to print these reports and send to them in a daily or weekly or monthly basis. For an example, the procurement manager needs to know about the shortage in items in a daily basis. So instead of doing this, instead of going to his computer and printing the report every day, or ask some of his assistant to send the mail, so he might forget to send this mail, we already make a setup from the job mail module so that we can define the parameters of this report. We define the period that we need to send this report in, the base of the report, whether it is daily or weekly or monthly base. And in the next video, we will see an example for preparing a setup for a report to be sent to a group of people every day in a specific time. From the tools here, I can go to job mail, forms, and email a report. I will have a list of the modules in Motakamel, several modules like inventory control, accounts payable, receivable, GR, GL. Okay, I took the inventory and I took a report to be defined. From the next screen, I will have a template pre-designed by the parameters that I need to give to the system. Okay, I will have the base, daily base, or weekly or monthly base. I will put the period that I need this report to be sent in, just for the system to create a queue for these reports so that he can send it automatically. I will put from 14th of June till the end of the month in a daily base, okay, at 9:40, and the system created the queue to be able to send at the time. The last step here, I'm going to pick the persons or the groups that I'm going to send to. I can send it to one person or a group of person which is defined previously in the system, each person with his mail and his mobile phone for other purposes. This is the group. So automatically at the time, okay, the system sends the mail. He sent it at 14th of June, okay, at 9:40 p.m. Okay, included, or there is attachment with the report that I made the setup for, which is item card quantity last transaction. This is an example for using the job mail. This way, I managed to reduce meetings, I managed to reduce paperwork, and being to the company to do these tasks. Fifth point here is using the system to send client invoices and collection claims. As we said, this is a practical example for our customer, natural gas distribution. We are going to talk about this example that this customer this customer needed to reduce the use of paper and to save his employees time and effort, okay, by going to the clients and hand over the invoices and collection claims. This client, natural gas distribution in KSA, is responsible for distributing natural gas for the industrial areas, okay, where at the end of each month, he sent the invoices and collection claims to each customer. It was mandatory for his accounting department in his side, okay, after preparing the invoices, to print these invoices and hand it over to the customer one by one. And after a period of time, they have to hand over also the collection claims. And after another period, if some of the customer didn't pay the collection claim, they has to send him a reminder in the allowed period. Sometimes some of these customers doesn't pay in the allowed period. So there is a procedure to stop the service for these customers. So also in this time, he needs to send notification that he is going to stop the service in a certain date for this customer who didn't pay. All of this was done by his employees, which causes him a lot of cost and effort to print and hand over these documents to his customers one by one, and also it was not applicable during the ban. So the client demanded this process to be done automatically through the system by the end of each month, so that the system gather all the issued invoice and send it by mail to each customer. And after a period of time, system will gather collection claims to be sent to the customers. Also, after another period, he is going to follow up the delay of the invoices and send a notification to the customer, whether to remind him with payment or that he is going to stop the service in a certain date, as we said before. So we created a screen in the system that allows him to query all the invoices with all the details, including the customer email, which will be defined from the customer data. Okay, after reviewing these invoices by a person, he can send them by pressing a button, which will be received to his customers or will be delivered to his customers as a PDF attachment to the mail, okay, that he can open or save or whatever. And with the same way, he can query the customers who are late in payment, so that he can send them a notification as a reminder to pay, okay? And after a period of time, he can query also the customers that exceeded the period allowed to pay, and he can send them a notification that he is going to stop the service in a certain day. All of this through reviewing some customers, okay, that have invoices or have claims or didn't pay, and we need to send them an automatic alert from the system. This was a good experiment for one of our customers, which helped him to reduce cost and effort, of course. The 6th point here is using integration to link with other sites and applications. Using integration to link with other sites and application, in this matter, before the ban, many of our clients had implemented websites or mobile application to provide their services or to sell their products. And after that, they needed to make an integration between these websites and application and Motakamel. Therefore, there will be no need to record the transaction happened in the application or in the site once more in Motakamel. In this field, we succeeded to create a web service that allows automatically to read data from these websites or application and write it into Motakamel directly, or the opposite, to read from Motakamel and give to the website or the application. And the benefit of this feature appeared during the ban, because most of the people are heading to get their needs online. So most of our clients asked us to create this feature in their system, so that there will be an integration between the site of the customer and Motakamel ERP. Seventh points here, using mobile application for sales representatives to reduce effort and paper use. And as we said, this is one of our strongest modules, which is Salesforce Automation. In this point, we are going to talk about it. This system was able to turn all the documents into a mobile application linked directly to Motakamel. This system saved a lot of effort for the accounting department, which they had to enter all the manual transaction happened by the sales representative in the market into the system. Before Salesforce Automation, these people were suffering from these issues because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. Also, it affects the high management decision-making because of the time needed to get the information. Through this system, we were able to save time and effort for these people so that the sales representative managed to do all his tasks while he is in the customer side, like issuing an invoices and print it to be delivered to the customer, take a sales order, make a collection, or distribute some assets like refrigerators and so on. Also here we have an important option in Salesforce Automation that the sales representative can work online or even work offline in case of there is no internet coverage. Sometimes in the market, there is some areas without a coverage. So in this time, he is going to turn the system into an offline mode, okay? If he chooses to work online, it means that the transaction will be instantly transferred to the system. And if he chooses to work offline, it means he is recording on mobile database. Then anytime he can press a button to synchronize all the transaction he made while offline with the system. And right now we are going to see an example for this in this video. The application would be on the mobile as a shortcut. He can press the shortcut to open it. He can put the username and also can put the password. Also, he can use the Arabic interface or English interface. And as we said, he can work online mode or offline mode. This is the menu of the system. We will have an initial visit, vehicle loading, expected clients, everything that the representative will need. This is an example for loading a car. From here, he can pick some items that he is going to load from a store to his store, his car store, okay? Also, he can follow up the scheduled visits and the unscheduled visits for his work. And from the visits, he can do a lot of tasks. Like issuing an invoice, return, asset check, asset delivery request, collection in cash, update client data. All of these tasks are made by the representative in the market, okay, at the same time. And as we said, the most important feature that he can do it offline when there is no internet coverage, okay, and he can later on synchronize with the system directly or even work online if there is a good coverage to be transferred automatically to the ERP system, to Motakamel ERP. The 7th point here, using notification to send circulars to clients and employees of changing work time. For example, this would be the changing of time would be according to the BAM policy. And as long as the policy is changing, okay, and we need to make it easy for our customers to communicate with their employees or their customers to inform them with these changes, whether single customer or a group of customers, also whether it's going to be one employee or a group of employee in one branch in the whole company. it will be according to the setup I'm going to create for this matter. Through the notification tool, they are able to create any circulars, any instruction, or any decision and send it as a notification, as we will see in the next example. From the alert system, I have something called standalone email or standalone SMS. I can do it by email or by SMS. I'm going to prepare the message title. I'm going to pick the group that I'm going to send to, and I'm going to prepare the message that I need to send to the people. Okay, and when I save, I'm going to send. And this will be applicable for me anytime. I can refer to it and modify it and resend it, or even create a new circular. Okay. Right now, the message is sent. When I open the mail or the SMS, I will find "Dear colleagues, good day," and the rest of the message. This tool made it easy for us, instead of calling the clients one by one, or instead of sending a message or mail for each customer or each employee individually. At the end here, I would like to talk about some of the advantage, okay, that we may use from the system, like using electronic alert system. More importantly, in important matter such as alert for procurement and warehouse departments of a stock shortage. This is one of the most important alerts that our customers are using right now. Also alert customers to pay the due invoices, alerts about delaying customer orders, alert about a late receipt of purchase orders from supplier. These are not the alerts that we can create. No, this is the most important alerts. I'm just giving an idea about it because our customers are using it. But from the electronic alert system, as we said, we can create any event, any transaction will happen that I need to take an alert with. I can create an event and create the alert with a certain message that I create myself. Also, we can talk about the advantage of presenting technical support services on one server for multiple companies. And this is a good advantage for the customer because it will reduce the cost, because right now he is going to take the service in one place, in one server only. Okay, and it reflected into our people in technical support departments, okay, because they are serving the same customer with a lot of branches, with a lot of places in one server. Finally, there was a doubt may occur to some clients that this one will be online and it might be hacked, or it might be revealed as a security, but we need to comfort all the people that the security and the data confidentiality with Oracle database is so high, okay? And we have also the option to define the users who is going to work or be allowed to work remotely with the privilege. So it will be secured, the data will be secured. Also, the users will be connecting to the system according to my privilege that I'm going to create as an administration. I would like to thank you so much for your attendance and for your care to attend. This is our contact persons in several branches of the company in Bahrain, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. If any customer need other details like he needs some live demo in a certain part of the program of the system, he can contact one of our contact persons and prepare a meeting to make an online live demo or case study even, because it's important before the demo to know much more about your requirements, much more about your problems you face right now, to be able to give the right solution right now. I would like to thank you once more, and if there is any question, please, you can raise hand and ask me, and I am willing to answer any question. Yes, is there any question? I had a question from Mr. Naim through the chat. He is asking, is it cloud-based? It is web-based, okay, but your server can be in cloud. Yani your server, it's not mandatory for us to be a server in the premises. No, it can be, we can deliver the system into cloud, so you can work through the cloud base. Any other question?
Thank you, Mr. Marwan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mustafa. Thank you for all.
Thank you, Marwan.
Yes, Mr. Naim.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much, and we'll see you, inshallah, in several sessions like this, talking about another features in Motakamel ERP. Thank you so much. Goodbye. I had. Thank you so much, Mr. Naim. I know your mic is not working, so you are communicating through chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.